everyone. Welcome to my Houston Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother All-Star Season 22, the biggest moves made in the bathroom. For the love of God, what does it take to make a big move around here? A lot of cheese dip? I mean, come on. Do something. I've seen more gameplay with Enzo in the ass cleaner in the bath, the bidet. Hello, Valencia, Joseph, and Matt Henning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm just spent, dumb as hell, not getting rid of Nicole, stupid-ass idiots. I don't even know what to say.
I love Joseph so much for that comment. I feel for podcasters and those that do watch along, they have nothing to talk about.
Oh, I'll talk about stuff. I can tell you what I did today. I made a big move today. I made a big move in my toilet so big I had to weigh myself after. That's the most gameplay I've seen in a few weeks.
I'm sure that required a lot more strategy than was happening in the house.
I feel like we need like an old school Allison rant.
We're going to say another
Allison,
thing.
we're going to give you the floor.
Thank you. Before we even get started with all of you Tyler, not Tyler Lyons, but Tyler Crispin fucking fanatics, before you come at us and call us racist and idiots and judge us, please send the recipe for that Kool-Aid, because I want to make some and see what it tastes like. Don't comment on my shit anymore. Don't come back here. Leave. I'm done with it. Y'all done stressed me out. And how dare he wear the glasses that I returned? Did y'all notice that?
I did notice that.
Fucking Puma lenses.
Oh my God.
I about fell out on the floor. Thank you, Jesus. I returned those glasses.
What would you have done if we turned on the camera and you had those same fucking glasses on?
You don't even want to know. This would be a whole different.
I would so appreciate it. So appreciate it.
I'm like crying here. That's so funny.
You know, in Memphis, walking out like he's about to sell some real estate.
What kills me is he said, I heard you guys need some entertainment. And I'm like, nobody thinks of entertainment when they think of Memphis.
It's first of all, that whole thing, but it was also the way he walked out. Can I do my impression? This is exactly what he did. He walked in. I heard y'all needed some entertainment.
And everybody was like, where? Where is it?
Bitch, where? Is someone behind you? Did Janelle come back? What's happening? Fucking hell. I was like, he literally has the creepiest fucking smile. Does he not look like he's some kind of just like insane sociopath?
He looks like every other guy in Memphis, Tennessee, so I can't really say anything. Like he literally looks like but anyway, no, Matt Henning's like, we're getting attacked for Tyler Crispin comments. Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we're not RHAP or any of these other people who get paid anything to kiss ass. We're going to tell it like it is here. He sucks. Like, sucks. Okay? Kind of like everybody else sucks. Let me tell you, pre-jury, fine. Everybody else suck my. You know what I'm saying? Just they suck.
Clit, I'll say it for you. Clit, suck it.
Listen, Cody's won. Cody has won this game. Enzo's not going to win because he's not going to make a big move. All he does is talk about the big moves, which is fun. He might as well have a podcast. Enzo talks about big moves. I mean, that's it. And Nicole, listen, that whole montage of her sneezing, and then we've got her in slow motion winning Big Brother again, talking to, we got eyebrows getting waxed on the show.
Which
and
means
gerbil wheel? I sent a selfie to these two last night on my face when that freaking hamster wheel showed up. I was like, I have got to do something with my life. I don't see my therapist till next week, and this is coming up. This will be brought up.
I spoke. Oh, Tyler, you were muted, first of all. Secondly, I spoke with my counselor today for the first time in 9 months. We had a nice, wonderful conversation.
Amazing.
And she said, so what is currently on your mind in terms of stress? And I was like, I'll tell you what's not stressing me out. Big Brother. And she was like, you have a Big Brother? And then I had to go into the psychosis that this show is giving me, where I'm simultaneously stressed out and at the same time couldn't give a shit about this show. I don't know.
It is morphed. They cut all the good play. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Cody deserves to be where he is. I don't have a problem with where Enzo talks a big look. He's done what he had to do to get where he is. Nicole, I don't know why she's I don't get it. I really don't. And it's not a personal thing. I just don't get it. This all goes back to the demise is getting rid of Memphis. I mean, all of it. And this just imploded, exploded, whatever you want to call it. It's lackluster. People are intimidated of the other Nicole. Are you kidding me? And Keisha, are you serious? Now they're beasts, trust me, I know, but this game just took a nosedive somewhere, and we'll break that down in a later show.
Yes,
but
I want to really have a lot of structure when we talk about this in length on Sunday, or whenever we decide to do that show, because I feel like I just need to formulate my thoughts and structure all of it out. But I feel like a pretty direct one-to-one comparison is yesterday's veto episode, where we had that mind-numbing luxury competition where Nicole literally says, there's no strategy. It's all just luck. And how awful this cheese that we're being fed tastes. Compared that to the Final Four veto in Big Brother All-Stars, where Erica and Janelle got together and took out Dr. Will. And Erica was like, Janelle, let's get him. Let's do Girls Strong. And blindsided one of the best players in Big Brother history. That is how far we have gone from the quality of show, the quality of character, the quality of casting, entertainment, strategy. Compare that to, I just feel dumber for watching yesterday's Final Four veto All-Star episode.
All I can say is that I am so happy that I streamed instead of watching that piece of shit yesterday, because I'm going to call it a piece of shit because that's all I've seen it be called. Every single tweet I saw was is this a fever dream of some sort? What is on my television? And I was like, y'all can come on down to my Twitch channel where I'm playing as a ghost hunter, which is way more entertaining. It has just become so blatantly obvious. I used to argue when I didn't even watch Big Brother that the superior show was Survivor. When we would I would be in constant arguments with people and be like, no, Survivor is the superior show. And then I started watching BB16 and I went, you know what? There's elements to Big Brother that can be superior to Survivor. 100%. I 100% think that there are some strategies that you can only do in Big Brother that make it such an elevated game. But I've yet to see it in 5 years. Yeah.
I totally agree, Beth. It has the absolute potential to be a better game than Survivor, because at its core, Survivor is just majority rules voting with an idol thrown in, an idol thrown in there, winning a challenge immunity. Big Brother has such the potential for a chess game of strategy. And look at the chess game that we got on Sunday or Monday. You know what I mean? It's so diluted. I feel like I'm drinking shit flavored water instead of something good to watch,
it's so Survivor, to me, the game has always been secondary to the survival element in the pushing beyond what your preconceived notions of who you were, right? That's what Survivor is at its core. It's about literally it's an experience to push yourself to the end. I'm not saying you don't push yourself to the end of BB. There's a lot of shit that happens. Valencia, I'm so with you. It is a miracle. I am sitting here with y'all tonight, but we are going to push through for the sake of the patrons and our viewers for this season. But the game is much more prevalent in Big Brother. And part of it's because of the live feeds. Part of it's because it's a longer game. Part of it is because you don't have to worry about where you're going to get your next meal as much as you worry about, who's in power. There's literally power dynamics that last days in the Big Brother house that influence the game. The power dynamics last hours in Survivor. So it's a very different game at the core of it. But I can honestly say, since I've returned to watching Survivor in season 30, and when I started watching Big Brother in 2014, which
season
was
30 is a rough season to get started watching Survivor.
Well, so I missed about 5 years worth of of Survivor, and I since went back. I missed the 20s basically altogether.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's an odd season to hook you back in worlds apart.
Well, listen, when you move back in with your parents after you graduate college, and or when you come back from an abusive work environment and all that fun stuff, you sit back and you go, "This is the one source of entertainment I'm going to have in this small town." But even with season 30, with so many awful personalities on Survivor, I would still take that season over any of the drivel that has been forced down my throat for the past few years. I feel bad for my eyes. I feel bad for my brain. I feel bad for my ears. My senses are getting dumber watching this fucking show.
Beth, look at this. Beth, look at this. You ever you're watching something and you wonder what your face looks like? I was literally watching Big Brother and I'm going to freeze my face. This pops on the screen and they're in the hamster wheel. And I'm like, I got to see what my face looks like right now. And this is the face that I was making. I didn't put up nothing. It is a permanent who farted face that I'm making while looking at this. You understand what I'm saying?
This was my face.
Yes. Yeah.
That's Beth's face as she didn't watch it at all yesterday.
Because Chris, Captain Obvious, he always walks in on the worst times of Big Brother. He picks the way. And last night
how does he walk in on a whole 60-minute program and have it? That's the worst time.
That is the worst. Enzo's ass is up in the air and there's people on hamster wheels and he goes, "What is this? Survivor?" And I go, "No, this is Big." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Survivor would never.
The shit you watch. He's like, "I don't get the shit you watch," and then I was like. And you know what? I will watch Big Brother next year and I will cover Big Brother next year because I will never quit it. I will keep on. I will truck on. That's just me. Everybody else can do whatever they want. But I'm just telling you, I just had a moment last night where I was like, I was so exhausted after watching this show. I had to go to bed. I went to bed.
It all does feel like a fever dream. It feels
there's your boyfriend. Hey.
So let's get into the show because I feel like they're giving us so many jury segments because there's literally nothing going on in the Big Brother house. We had some attitude tonight. I would say the most attitude we've seen all season, basically, from anybody.
Seriously, what the fuck? Where was that Kevin? Where was that Danny? Where the fuck were those people when you're in the house?
I'm gonna do my impression. Okay, is the hair right? Is the hair right?
It's pretty right.
I don't think that's correct. That's not accurate. So what? Do you know? I don't know. Do you know? Do you know? I don't know. Who knows?
It's very telling to me how unhappy Danny is with Nicole. Nicole.
How do you know that? How do you know that, Tyler? How do you know that? How do you know I'm unhappy? How do you know?
I know that, Danny, because you should be Nicole's number one lock vote in the jury. And the fact that Danny is so anti-Nicole, that pretty much tells me Nicole has no chance of winning in the end.
It literally is going to be a Steve Moses win here at the end. If somebody cuts Cody, that person wins.
That's being rude. That'd be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Everyone's
Sorry,
being rude.
can I finish? Can I finish?
Yes. Yes, you may. You may finish. When I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
You interrupted
I'm done.
David, so I'm just trying to,
I'm done.
I'm curious where all this like saltiness to Nicole is coming from. And I feel like some people in the jury are like telling Danny in like specific instances where like Nicole was literally being rat cold to her like all season long, and Danny's in there saying like Nicole's like one of my best friends in real life, like her and I are going to the end, and we saw all season long Nicole just like talking shit about Danny to like everybody, just like burying her to make sure that she's the first one voted out of the committee alliance. I feel like some of the jurors have told Danny that because she's just so salty on it. Yeah, I don't know.
I think there's also I think she's salty on Nicole because she feels betrayed by Cody. Yeah. And she like learned that Cody's true colors will always be to Nicole. And I think that she still hasn't gotten over the fact she had misread opportunity. And let's be honest, what the fuck is wrong with people? I'm sorry. I'm just raging on the show tonight.
No, it's fine. Because I still have more shit to say about Danny.
What is it with people like Memphis and Danny and Enzo and all these people who were like, I don't know. I don't know if like Cody and Nicole, I don't really see it as a final. How the fuck do you not see that as a final two? It's been blatantly, they have openly talked about pre-gaming, with everybody in this house. And anybody who's in the house that didn't hear it now knows about it, whether they're in the pre-juror or if they're in the jury house. Everybody fucking knows about it. How do you not think, oh, Cody and Nicole are going to potentially bring each other? You are fucking stupid if you don't think that that's the case.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's this kind of arrogance and entitlement coming from people like Danny and other like Memphis or whatever, who feel like I'm so old school, I'm so awesome, I'm so popular, I should have been in the final four, final three.
I think they think that reputation carries them.
Yeah, Danny is, and maybe it's not so much Memphis, but I'm sorry, I don't really feel so much it's Memphis, but with Danny, I feel like there's this entitlement that I'm Danny Donato. I have won this game. Oh, she's won, right?
No,
she's never won. Okay, well there you go.
Final two with Evil Dick.
She's come up. Okay, she's never been. Has she ever been in a jury house? I can't even remember. Okay. Yep. It's just kind of like, how dare I be in the jury house? I'm Danny Donato. I almost won this game. I came in second. I shouldn't have to be here again. Like she's entitled to ride it out and really not have to do anything except sit there and flip her little hair extensions around and not do anything but plant little seeds and then really not do anything else other than that. It's ridiculous.
No, it's really true. Like I would say that I don't think that Memphis is played that way to your exact point. I think I'm with you on that. But I do think that Memphis has this inflated sense of how well he played this game. And it's mind-boggling to me. He is continuing to have wrong takes in the jury house on top of the fact that like it is so ridiculous. It's like he gets about 90% of the way there and then just goes, and then what if I fucked it up? And then you're like, what is it with you? I don't get it. And this isn't the first season he's done that. I will stand by that. This is just the kind of game player he is. It's like he almost puts it all together and then he fucks it up somehow because he can't read people.
But no one is as wrong as him in the jury house as Kevin. Everyone shits on Kevin. Every idea that comes out of Kevin's mouth, they take a verbal shit
because it's so stupid.
It's so wrong, and nobody gets shut up, Kevin. Like even Danny was like, "What? Why are you speaking words at me?" I mean, it's poor. I just feel so. Okay,
I honestly think Kevin might have gotten to the point where he's trolling them now. Like today, he was like, "I'm going to stand by it. Cody's coming in next," and everyone's like, "You're stupid." And he's like, "I stand by it." Cody's
That's what I would do with these people.
Oh, totally.
Why, Kevin? Why are you? Stop it! Just sit there and be pretty. Yeah, thank you. It's like, why are you? You have no idea what's going on. None.
Just can't.
So some other points from this jury segment that stood out to me. Davon really explaining Nicole's Big Brother 18 game. I feel like Davon really does not want to vote for Cody in the end. Like, she's actively looking for reasons to vote for Nicole. Why are you speaking worse to me, Alice, in 2020? She's actively looking for, she's even rooting for Enzo, right? Like, she really wants him to pull out the win. And I really think it's going to come down to, like, if Cody doesn't win this final HOH, does Enzo or does Nicole cut Cody? And I don't think so. I don't think either of them cut him. That's the problem. That's the frustrating part, because this is the third jury segment in a row where they've all said if somebody cuts Cody, they win.
This is exactly my point. This is if somebody cuts Vanessa, they win. It's that exact same thing. But the difference here is no one here, I believe, is a Steve Moses. Neither one of those two will cut Vanessa, period. Nope. And if they surprise us, if Nicole, because you know what, I'm going to give a little bit of faith for both of them, which I don't know why. Why am I doing that? That's literally the definition of like being insane is, you know, I'm just gonna put a little bit of faith out there and maybe it'll happen and then I get disappointed. But so I'm just gonna do it again. I know this for the record. Okay. Nicole is the type. I think Nicole would do it before Enzo because Nicole knows that Nicole's proven that she can cut people. Yeah. That she needs to in order to win. That she can backstab and that kind of thing. Yeah. Enzo, is he gonna pull the same shit he just is he gonna literally have the third place legacy for the second time? Because
I mean, Christmas told her tonight you're playing for third, and I'm glad that she did. He's such a pussy, and he has been all season long. Seriously. I mean, he had the chance.
That's 21 minutes and 56 seconds.
He had the chance to put himself in the driver's seat for the rest of the season by voting to evict Nicole instead of David, was it, in the triple eviction? And they had Christmas and Tyler tell him in the dining room hallway, just vote out Nicole. The votes are there. Like, it all comes down to you. Like, he was handed the power position in this game on a silver platter, and he said, no, my loyalty is to Cody. And like, seriously, what a pussy. Like, I have no other word to describe him. A lot of people said that he was one of the most underrated social players of all time coming into this season based on his game in Big Brother 12. But this just tells me he's a passenger, not a pilot in these types of games. It's really disappointing.
It really is. Yeah. He's a GPS. That's what he is. He's not actually a part of the car. Like, he's a part of the car, but not a person in it that like has any agency. He literally is just like, I'll tell you how to get there. And then you get to shut off the car and leave it and get to your destination.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like let's be real here. It's going to be Cody and Nicole. It has to be, because there's no way. I think Nicole is going to win part one, and then Cody's going to win part two. I mean, there is no way. And I think it's going to come down to Cody. And who is Cody going to cut? He's going to cut Enzo.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's looking to take Nicole to the end.
And Nicole is going to cut. Man, if Nicole cuts Cody, give it to her.
If Enzo cuts Cody, think about it this way. The best case scenario for the final HOH competitions is that Nicole and Enzo both win and that Cody has to be taken. Yeah. That's the best case scenario.
What kind of competition is Enzo going to win? How many times you can say yo and that's it and he's going to win? That's it. What other kind of, I'm saying it now. Yo.
I'm just
but no, I think I said last week that like Nicole cutting Cody or Nicole not cutting Cody really determines if she is a like top 5 player in Big Brother history or if she's like top like 20, 30. It really comes down to this decision because it's so obvious, it's so strong, and like I love the comparison to Big Brother 17 because it's literally the same situation.
Yeah. Except for we have 2 Liz's and I don't think we have a Steve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. No, so by the way, in our chat, and I know that the YouTube people can't see this, but on Twitch, we have my good friend Hufflin, who is watching and he's over in Europe and doesn't watch Big
Oh.
Brother, but he is a huge fan of Allison, apparently, which I love him for. And I just am so happy that he's joining us. So I hope you're having a great time. Hopefully, and love you.
Yes, welcome. Let's see. So, how do we feel about Christmas on her way out? Honestly, I respect her for that speech, and I respect her for trying. Like at the end of this game, the problem is like it was just way too late for her to have like any
About
kind of
3
impact.
weeks too late.
So I think where it went wrong for Christmas, I think Christmas should have taken out Tyler when he was asking to quit that week instead of Davon.
And she should have linked up with Davon and Bailey in that situation, because if your ride or die is going out the door, how do you you bring those two in and say, listen, we had a lot of bad blood this week. My ride or die is going out the door. I accept that there's a lot of blood on my hands, but the three of us could run this house and let's do it.
Not only that, but like it also like you have to know America's gonna love you for doing that, for like sticking with Davon and Bailey and taking out Tyler, who said he's like sacrificing himself for the movement. Christmas admitted tonight to Julie that she has a lot of haters, and she knows that. Like if you're like aware of that, like why aren't you trying to help that and help yourself? I feel like once Tyler left, I feel like that's when she came alive and she became like a fighter. She became scrappy. She became like an independent thinker, and she was trying. The problem is like she was just like attached to Tyler for way too long. Thank you. Thank you. I don't take compliments well. But
he's a little flustered.
Red.
But no, I really think that like that's where Christmas went wrong, is like Tyler not getting cut sooner.
We had Christmas rated as the best player of like week 3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Christmas had an incredible social game to begin with, but what ended up happening, the same thing happened in BB19, which is she gets in with a couple of guys that she feels like she can hide behind, and she just convinces herself that they're also going to have her best interest in her mind. And like then she just becomes like this incredible loyal person to them, even though it suits her nothing. Like it does not suit her. Even in her relationship with Tyler, that suited Tyler much more than it did her. There's so many things that she could have done to like better her own positioning in the game, rather than just rest on the laurels of some other people.
And you know why I'm like double as down on that for Christmas in particular? That was her whole story for Big Brother 19, was like blind loyalty that costed her in the end. And it did so much more for Paul than it did for her. And you would have to think, after going through that experience in Big Brother 19, going home, watching the tapes from that season, watching how it all played out, seeing Paul in the diary room talk about like how much like he's using her and Josh, right? To go on this season and fall into the same trap is just like, it's mind-numbing to me, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Well, guys, anything else?
So the last thing I brought it up in our group chat.
Was I part of this chat?
Yes, you were, but you just didn't respond to this portion. This part.
Yep.
So that was funny. When Christmas came out and they go to commercial break, I need to know if others thought they heard this as well. They come back. Yeah, they came back from the commercial break, and Julie goes, I'm sitting here with Christmas, who was just evicted by Cody and 4th place. And I swear there was someone in the back of the studio that clapped a few times, because both Julie and then they kind of panned over to Christmas, looked back here. She was like, and she started answering the question, but it definitely sounded like someone went.
You want to know who that was? Do you want to know who that was? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
That was the one employee that's now drunk because they're over it themselves, but they need the money. And
that was casting.
That was casting. Yeah, Christmas!
Like, I really nailed it this time with casting, man. I really have outdone myself here.
Listen, Love Island's over. Love Island's over. I'm here.
Oh my God, Joseph, that was Derek.
I love that. It was Derek and Paul.
It was Dr. Will. He hasn't gone home yet.
Yeah.
It was just like, woohoo.
There was something Alex Kidwell posted on Twitter that I took a screenshot of, and I swear I've been saving it for this show. Holy crap. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, Lord Jesus, where is it?
Well, while you look for that, I'm going to
found
update
it.
our. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This was from the other day. Now, okay, Alex Kidwell. Now that POV is done and we can officially say this season actually broke a record, fewest times in Big Brother history that the power of veto was used too. There probably was some gameplay this season. Unfortunately, it all took place in texts and DMs between April and August.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I love that tweet.
It's true.
It's true.
Where's the lie? I don't see any.
Okay.
All right, so let's update our drafts because Beth, unfortunately, is all done.
Who knew? Who knew?
So we'll see.
It just, you know what? I did a leap of faith with Kaser because of the Brant steal and all those fun things.
King Kaser.
And I really had considered Cody because I definitely forgot that it was going to snake back to me. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to choose someone for a while. And so if I had gone back, I definitely would have chosen Cody over Kaser. However, I stand by my team.
I stand by your team too. That's a good team.
Except for Christmas. I stand by the first three. Not for gameplay reasons, but just for people reasons.
Jesus help us.
Oh my God. Now I really hope I lose.
Honestly, I hope that Nicole wins this season. I hope that she cuts Cody, and I hope that she becomes the first two-time winner because, like, at least, like, we can say, like, Big Brother now has its first two-time winner. That's, like, the only, like, interesting thing that could still happen.
And it's a woman.
Yeah.
And she would be beating a guy, and she was the first woman to beat a guy. So this would be like she does it again.
That's true. That's true. Wait, who did Casey sit next to in final? She sat next to Tyler. Yeah.
So this would be the third time it's happened, but
so here we have
Nicole racking up those points for me here at the end.
Yeah. So we'll see who wins that, but it's looking pretty good for me. And
I'm just saying, if Enzo or not Christmas, Nicole pull it off and get rid of Cody, then I'm no longer that upset, even though I'm going to absolutely lose with my draft.
Well, think of all the Twitter drama, like, after the season's over, if that happens, you know?
I can't wait for the Twitter drama. Anyway, listen, what if Enzo's big drum roll dramatic move is to cut Cody? Will you shit yourself? I will.
I just don't see it happening.
I'll be sharp because, wow.
I would love it.
I don't see it happening.
Oh, Tracy, we talked. Listen, it was cute. That outfit, though, the picnic table outfit, I can't deal.
Gregory has it. Enzo would cut himself before cutting Cody. That is so true.
Can I cut myself, yo? That's it. I'm going to cut myself, okay?
I would like to take a moment, though, now that we are finally at America's vote for favorite player, to personally say, please, for the love of God, do not vote for Tyler. I don't care if he is your favorite player. He tried to quit. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, he's just like, do you honestly think he has provided the entertainment that was necessary for this season? When I think of favorite player, I don't think of who was the best strategic person that didn't win, unless they also brought the gravitas, they brought entertainment, they did something else. The only option is Davon. I will stand on that hill until I die. Davon is the only option. I know it's fucking America. Everyone can vote however they want, blah, 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 blah. But I stand by that Davon is literally the only option. For this.
I totally agree. And not only, like, just because she's just, like, such a rootable, great character, but also, like, I know that money's going to, like, better her daughter's life, which I think is really empowering and beautiful. But also, from a game perspective, Davon was literally the only one this season to have the balls to do something against the committee when she used the veto on Kevin. That is literally the only time this season where the committee has faced any adversary. I have to reward that.
The past couple of weeks, they've literally done long jury segments for her. We've literally had more confessionals from Davon Rogers.
Yeah.
Then we have from people in the house, and there's like 4 of them in the house.
Yeah, and let me reiterate: don't come at us if you're drinking the Tylerade.
Yeah.
Okay, don't come at us. Don't waste your time. It's done. We don't give a fuck. Okay?
You're not going to change our opinion. We're not going to change yours. So if that's how you feel, you don't have to watch our show, and you can go vote for Tyler and go have a good old time. But what you're not going to do is come into the comments and go off on some kind of rant that doesn't make sense and put words in my mouth, and we can go back.
We've never seen you in the chat before either.
We've never seen you in the chat. Bye. Have a nice life. You're coming to our show because you expect that every other show is going to kiss Tyler's ass. Well, we aren't. Yep. We keep it fair. Yep. We say things like, I bet he's a great person outside of the game, but he's overrated when it comes to gameplay, and he was a fucking shitty person when it came to this game. So don't come at me and try to change my mind, because bitch, you are not going to. Put that out there. The
great thing about this show and this community is we all have different opinions.
Yes.
And instead of judging people and putting them down, because, the first time Tyler played, Tyler Lyons was just in love with him, and I had to talk him down off the ledge.
Wait, who?
I know, joking. Okay. I was joking.
I was like, now I'm in a fever dream.
Right. I was like, did we just start talking about Dean for a second?
No. Here's the thing about this community, we all have different beliefs. Yeah. We all have come from different backgrounds. You can like who you like, and I will hear you out, and it's fine. I love it. But don't sit here. We don't personally attack him. We are personally attacking the person he is in this game, not the person he is outside this game. They sign up for it. And I tell you right now, if I walk in the Big Brother house and I'm playing for shit, I expect everyone to rip me a new one, especially you two, if I'm acting a nut or a fool. I expect nothing less.
I will.
That's how it goes. And just because we don't buy his apology to Davon doesn't mean that we are racist. And I'm going to tell you something about that asshole. If you ever come in my chat and call anyone in this group a racist, you have no idea who we are. You have no idea who you're talking to. And people like you who are probably voting for Trump right now, and I said it, I don't give a fuck. It's my show. I'll say what I want. All you people who are judgy McJudgertons want to sit there and run around, and because we don't think like you and we don't agree like you, we're wrong just because of that. Have a brain. Think for yourself. Stop it.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
And here's the thing. When I go off, when Allison goes off, when Tyler goes off, we're doing it because we are literally an opinion-based podcast for entertainment. Yeah. When I say, don't you dare vote for Tyler, I couldn't give a shit if you voted for Tyler. Go vote for Tyler if that's who you really want to win. I'm just trying to be entertaining. However, when you all take that as such a personal attack, when I don't even know who you are, that I think you need to take a step back, and maybe this isn't the show.
I mean, to that I say, why don't you put in the work to make a podcast and put your voice out there and get judged by people you don't know, and then come back to me and tell us how it makes you feel.
Period.
And look, I'm not trying to piss off anybody and be rude and bring up politics. I apologize. I know some people are uncomfortable, and listen, I don't care who you vote for. Just freaking vote.
Thank you.
Do your thing, please. It's your duty as an American. Thank you. Do what you want. I love everybody, and I don't mean to offend any of our fans. But the great thing about it is, if you vote for Trump, I still love you. I still respect you. You're a person. You come here every week. I'm here. I'll hear it out. It's fine. But this isn't a political platform, and I've made it one, and I apologize.
No, you're good. That's how we're all feeling right now.
Listen, the debate is on right now, so we have to be somewhat political, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But I think with all that, I think the most important thing is 100% Rory. I was just going to say, we're in a time right now where mental health and mental illness is at an all-time high because we can't leave our fucking houses, because there's a pandemic, on top of the fact that there's an election that is so toxic. It has made us all literally insane. And I don't mean that like in a derogatory sense of saying insane. I mean like literally insane. People are going crazy, and they're going crazy in different ways. You need to check in on the people that you love. You need to check in with yourself. And if that is causing you to be a keyboard warrior in any way, and you're doing whatever you're doing because you can hide behind a keyboard and hide behind an image, maybe take a step back and say, what am I adding to the world right now? What am I adding to this small little podcast with a community that clearly loves the 3 podcasters, and the 3 podcasters clearly love their community, who put out content all the time. And if your number one thing is to come onto our comment section and just shit on us, then I feel sorry for you more than anything.
Yeah, and I'm open season on all your asses too. I'm freaking gonna come for you. I'm coming for you. I don't care. Listen to the day I had. Okay, my son called me a Karen today. He said, "Mom, you're acting like a Karen." I looked at him. I said, "I'd rather you look at me and call me the C word. I'd rather be called a cunt than a Karen." Are you out of your mind?
Then did you say, "Don't talk words at me"?
Actually, I have said that to him, and there's a video of him on Instagram, my Instagram, of him doing an impression of me last year where he is making fun of me, and he goes, "Did you just speak words to me?" Yeah, I've said that to him. Have you spoken to me? Like, who are you talking to? Words? No.
All right. Now that the therapy session is.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do I want to plug? So I want to talk about the patron show that we did. We recorded it on Monday. It was a lot of fun. So we actually played through the Brand Steel cast that Beth and I made for the Survivor meets Big Brother All-Stars type of thing. But Finley used the power of veto and put himself into the cast. So we just released that show just as like a free preview for everybody to see the type of content that we're going to be putting out on Patreon. And yes, spoiler alert, Finley won America's Favorite House Guest. So if you want to see how all that plays out, take a look at that show. And if you like what you saw there, definitely check us out on Patreon. So just go to patreon.com/myweeklymeltdown to check that out and join the awesome community that we have so far.
And I'm not going to make every patron show public, guys. I just did it this one time.
I was very worried.
Days later, because and I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys first. I just wanted to do it days later to show y'all what you get. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, the Patreon's going to be like a place where we just kind of like chill and like have a little bit more fun and just be a little bit more loose with like the structure of the show. Was there just like a pink light that just went by in your screen, Allison? What was that?
Where?
Over like near the cat thingy.
Oh my God. Pink light. Do we have ghost orbs? I've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia. I'm all about ghost hunting right now.
It was like right when Allison started giving that stink face to the camera too. So
Matt Henning, we have ghost orbs. Put it in the journal. Let me know if he writes in the book.
No, listen, y'all. I've got
maybe a car drove by or something.
A tarantula outside my window behind me that I'm about to burn my house down. But I mean, no. Did y'all see this? Allison, do you want to compete? I had, but oh Lord, Roy the Virgo, no, you win. You can have it. Listen, those five. I'm telling you, off subject because Halloween's coming. First of all, I watched during work. I do work from home, but I have movies on in the background. The movie Mother came on today. I don't know if anybody's seen that with Jennifer Lawrence. What the hell did I just watch? Oh my God. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. One word, baby. Crowd diving. I don't know if y'all have seen it. You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Baby crowd surfing.
But that's it. All right. Well, we will, on that note, I'm gonna go watch the debate. So no, you're So
before though, we should thank our patrons and put those up on the screen.
Yes.
We are excited to welcome Liza Munoz into our patron community as well. So thank you so much to Liza, Valencia, Tama, Stephen, Rory, Bill, Luke, Andrew, and Henning. We really, really appreciate all the love and support that you guys are doing. And as Henning has put in the chat and Tyler has put out there. If you are interested in becoming a patron as well, please go to patreon.com/myweeklymeltdown to join us there. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and leave those ratings and reviews to help boost our content.
Also, I think what we're going to do on Patreon is have a poll for you guys, what you want us to cover during this off season. So if you want to, we're thinking about heroes versus villains, maybe like Micronesia, maybe like a Survivor Australia or Survivor New Zealand. So let us know by joining Patreon, like what you want us to cover next. We're definitely going to be listening to our patrons for that to see what we can talk about next, because
we've actually talked about doing rewatches of actual shows, like we've talked about Stranger Things and a couple of other shows just for fun. And I want to answer Joseph's question real quick. Do you think there will be a winter BBUS season if CBS can't get the content they need? They depend on Survivor. Also, next week will be interesting. Yes. Here's the thing. I could very well see them doing a winter version if they can get away with it, because there is no Survivor. But to be honest with you, I doubt that's going to happen. We'll see. I've heard the rumors, but I'm not banking on it.
We'll see.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I wouldn't.
I just don't see it.
And I do think that in the winter, well, actually, I'll hold that thought. Never mind.
All right. Well, we'll be back probably on Sunday to talk about the season as a whole. I will be coming with a collegiate level essay on my issues with production and how I think this show can be saved, because I don't think it's too late, but I think there's a lot of work.
Including sources.
Including sources, yes.
Sources.
Scholarly peer-reviewed articles, meaning the Big Brother Wiki.
You're going to completely nerd out on us.
Yeah. I am. That's why I'm saving my rant for Sunday.
Why do I make that face?
I don't know. I also made a weird face, and I think I was doing it because I went. That's a face whenever Tyler shows emotion. Let's be real. Everybody's like, please stop. All right. Well, I think with that being said, everybody have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. Go watch the debate and vote. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.